11 years later, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment in history with a newly elected government and Dr. Navin Ramgoolam once again serving as Prime Minister since 2 months. And I have to tell you that we have placed the implementation of a blue economy very high on our national agenda as a key pillar of economic transformation.
Minister of Industry for Security, Blue Economy and Fisheries, His Excellency Mr. Scott Benedict, Ambassador of European Union to the Republic of Mauritius, Mrs. Indira Rajji, Supervising Officer of the Ministry of Agro-Industry, Food Security, Blue Economy and Fisheries, members of the European delegation, members of the Mauritian delegation, dear colleagues, good morning to you all. Welcome to this second joint committee meeting. It is with great pleasure and privilege that Mauritius is hosting the second joint committee meeting of the Fisheries Partnership Agreement signed between the European Union and the Republic of Mauritius. The Fisheries Partnership Agreement was signed in 2013 and has been renewed for additional periods of 3 years tacitly and would soon be expiring in December 2026. The last annual joint committee meeting was virtually held in 2023, and the second one was supposed to be held last year. However, we believe that it is being held now at an opportune time. So today we are here gathered for the second joint committee meeting, which will mark an important milestone in renewing our commitments towards the European Union. I now have the pleasure to invite His Excellency Mr. Oscar Benedict, the Ambassador to the Republic of Mauritius, for his keynote address.
Now it works. Good morning, everybody. Bonjour. And it's a great pleasure to be here today, this morning, with you, Honorable Study Junior Minister, all the colleagues from the Ministry, all my colleagues, Luis Moledo, Head of Unit for the Fisheries Agreements, my colleague Delphine Coguet, and who else do we have? A few more colleagues here on our side. But for us, it's an important event. Let's say it's not an event, it's actually a technical meeting. Let's put it like that. It's a technical meeting to discuss the functioning sort of evaluation of our fisheries, joint sustainable fisheries agreement. And we're very much looking forward to this discussion today. Allow me please to say just a few words on more general terms before we go into the agenda and the technical issues. I think that the European Union and Mauritius have a very long-standing partnership. I would like to underline this historical dimension, actually since basically the beginning of the Republic. And we have a fisheries agreement, I think, for many, many years, decades actually. And it has always been for us not only a commercial endeavor. This is, of course, also about commerce and about business, but it is also about friendship and about partnership. I think this is and about respect. You know, in the European Union, if we talk about economic models, if we talk about fisheries, especially, the word sustainability is a crucial one. And that's why you see in all our agreements, the word sustainable is there, because we know that nature is not inepuisable, but it is ending. We have to make sure that we preserve the species that we live off. And I think this is one of the major issues that we follow in our agreements. So sustainability of the stocks, so that us and our future generations can continue profiting from it. Secondly, we in our partnership agreements always value in particular the needs and the wishes of our partners, in this case, of course, Mauritius, to see what is it that you want from this agreement, what can we do together, how can we look forward. And in this sense, this agreement today is not only about seeing how has it worked, how has the agreement worked over the last period since the last meeting, what has functioned, what has gone maybe wrong, but it's also looking towards the future to see how can it continue. And I would like to remind that, as it was just said before, we have the agreement is coming for a renewal in December 2026. So we're now in 2025, so it's basically 1.5 years from now, and we know how things go. This is almost like tomorrow. So I think it is quite important that we start looking at more detail into what do we want next. And I would like to remind that the Sustainable Fisheries Partnership Agreement contains an important component of supporting Mauritius. Also the artisanal fisheries is very, very important for us. And I think it's very important for Mauritius because it's the tradition, it's the history here. And I think we have cooperated closely. We have a number of projects that can be maybe also discussed at a later stage. But we certainly wish to support Mauritius so that the fisheries can thrive here in the island, on the island, and in the region. Because you know, of course, that we have today it's the region. There's competition in the region from all sides. Cooperation and competition. It's always a good combination. Cooperation and competition. And so we look forward to discuss together with you what can we do together also for the country. I know there's a new government, of course. I would like to congratulate the government for the election results, which are very telling. So there is perhaps also a new elan coming on your side. What to do with this very, very important part of the economy, because as we know, 25% of exports, that's a huge amount. It's also a huge amount in terms of bringing in foreign currency the country very much needs. So it is a sort of a win-win situation, I think, for us and for you. And I think that that's something where we look forward to see what the government would like to, what are the plans of the government. Maybe at some stage there's an occasion to do this. What are the plans of the government and how can we contribute as the European Union, not only within this fisheries agreement, but I would like to remind that we have a cooperation outside of this sustainable fisheries agreement as well, to support development of Mauritius as we have always done. So I'm looking forward to the, but yeah, I will not be able to stay the whole time, unfortunately. But my colleagues here from Brussels are very much keen on discussing with you and going through the different agenda points to see how the functioning of the agreement and the future of the agreement, in a sense, kickstart this today. I would like to remind that we have our International Oceans Director coming tomorrow, and there will also some visits, I think, some facilities, Albion, I understand, and Tuna. So there's a whole program coming up, and I think it's an important sign from our side that the director is coming here. Last year we had the visit of our Director General as well, so I think it shows really that Mauritius is, for us, a very, very important partner in sustainable fisheries and also in the protection of biodiversity. I have to say that very clearly, and in the cooperation with the Indian Ocean Tuna Commission, where everybody works together to preserve the stocks. And I think we have to see how we can maybe discuss joint positions, maybe even so to see how to precisely further the objectives that we have together. So I think I will stop here. Just maybe, I don't know, to say my colleagues Nathalie Florent and Luis Moledo will of course lead this discussion. And Delphine Bouvet, our fisheries attaché permanently here, is following also closely. I would like to thank them all for their hard work for this meeting, and I'm looking forward to its déroulement. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your support and encouragement. I will now invite the Honorable Maurice Info, Junior Minister of Agro-Industry, Food Security, Rural Economy and Fisheries, for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mrs. Ragu. His Excellency, Mr. Oscar Benedict, Ambassador of the European Union to the Republic of Mauritius, Mrs. Indira Bagji, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agro-Industry, Food Security, Blue Economy and Fisheries, members and friends of the European delegation, members and friends and colleagues of the Mauritian delegation, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. Bonjour, guten Morgen, buenos dias. Have I missed any nationality or language? Buongiorno. Well, I have to convey as well to all of you the greetings of Senior Minister, Honorable Dr. Arvin Boulel, whom you will have the opportunity to meet as from tomorrow. I have to tell you that it is my deep privilege and honor to welcome you all here in Port-Louis for this second joint committee meeting under the Fisheries Partnership Agreement between the European Union and the Republic of Mauritius. And this agreement, as it has been pointed out already, has been initially signed in December 2013. And I would not say surprisingly, but surely this signed agreement coincided with the presentation of the Ocean Economy Roadmap by the then Prime Minister, Dr. Navin Ramgoolam. And this roadmap at that time laid the foundation for the sustainable development and growth of our ocean wealth. And today, 11 years later, we find ourselves at a pivotal moment in history with a newly elected government and Dr. Navin Ramgoolam once again serving as Prime Minister since 2 months. And I have to tell you that we have placed the implementation of the blue economy very high on our national agenda as a key pillar of economic transformation. And in this transition from a small island developing state to a large ocean state, the Republic of Mauritius is committed to strengthening its long-standing partnership with the European Union. For over 35 years, the EU has been a vital partner, and particularly in the fisheries sector. And on behalf of the government of Mauritius, I express profound gratitude for this successful collaboration, which has been enhanced by the principles of our fisheries partnership agreement. And this agreement establishes a framework for responsible fishing, for sustainable exploitation of resources, for preventing illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, and for the development of mutual economic activities within the fisheries sector. As His Excellency has pointed out, the current protocol, effective from 21st December 2022, will elapse on the 20th December 2026. So this basically leaves us now for a time frame of less than 2 years. And I have to tell you that this protocol includes substantial financial contributions to support Mauritius' sectoral fisheries policy and targeted actions for maritime policy and for ocean economy development. And the Joint Committee, established by Article 9 of our agreement, plays a crucial role in evaluating and monitoring the implementation of of these initiatives. And I understand that this meeting will address ongoing projects under the sectoral support program with, at the moment, 17 fisheries and related projects currently funded by the European Union. And over the next 2 days, these projects will be reviewed and aligned with a new government vision for the blue economy within our 2.2 million square kilometers of Mauritian exclusive economic zone. And additionally, a site visit to the Albion Fisheries Research Center is scheduled for Thursday morning. And this visit will provide an opportunity to assess the progress of projects supported by the European Union, and particularly in developing the aquaculture unit and implementing the vessel monitoring system. And we can see that such initiatives, among others, exemplify the tangible outcomes of our partnership. Once again, on behalf of the Government of Mauritius, I take this opportunity to acknowledge and to thank the European Union for its fundamental contributions to our fisheries sector. These include, among others, the supply of raw materials for tuna processing, implementation of infrastructural projects, support for the fishing community, and efforts in the monitoring, control, and surveillance of our waters to combat illegal activities. As the saying goes, no man is an island. Actually, we, Mauritius, we are an island. We are an island nation. But we never feel and we never walk alone, thanks to the mutual and fruitful cooperation with our valued partners, and the European Union stands as one of our most significant allies in this journey. Long live the Republic of Mauritius, long live the European Union, long live our partnership, and long live our friendship. Thank you.